It's time to step up and become who we were created to be. We need to reestablish the priority of God and His Word in our hearts. I believe that the church has compromised our way out of the pursuit or the true contending for the Word of God. Jesus said, man does not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. We have to really grab hold of that priority, that the Word of God is infinitely more important than anything else we could possibly seek after. That it comes before our reputation, it comes before our comfort, it comes before our next breath. Jesus said, in John 5:10, He said, the Son of Man does nothing of His own accord, but only what He sees the Father doing. Imagine what would happen if before we ever engage in ministry, or prophecy, or prayer even, if we would take the time and establish the priority necessary to stop and listen for the voice of God. If we would truly wrestle with Him and unleash the cry of real spiritual hunger and cry out saying, God, I surrender. I surrender myself to Your will. You direct my path, God. But that takes true connectedness, a real sort of alignment with God. And that comes with our willingness to abandon our own sense of self-preservation or self-promotion to simply come before the Lord. In Revelation 4, there are 24 elders who fall down and worship before the throne. They cast their crowns at His feet and they cry out saying, You are worthy, O Lord. You are worthy, O Lord, to receive glory and honor and power. For You created all things, and by Your will they exist and were created. God is worthy of praise. And these elders are just offering it up day and night. Praises upon praises upon praises to the one that is worthy. And why does God keep these people so near to Him? Because He loves being praised. He loves drawing people into Himself, because when He does, they erupt with praises. Their destiny is fulfilled and His heart is satisfied. But if we want to get connected like that, we got to decide what ministry really is. I do not believe that our highest calling is to have another website or build a bigger youth building or better outreach. Our highest calling is not to have the biggest meetings or services or sell more copies of our book. These are things that man seeks. We have to get real with ourselves and ask the hard question, what does God seek? John 4 says that God seeks those who worship in spirit and in truth. Our highest calling and the ministry that must take first priority in our lives is our ministry to God's heart in the place of worship and prayer. I believe that God is waiting on a generation who will be so given over to Him and only Him that they will lock themselves in their bedrooms just to have time alone in His presence. Time to simply shower Him with the praises and gratitude that He deserves. I believe that as these people arise, that they will be given over to the practice of fasting, disciplining their bodies and establishing that nearness to God is their first and most important nourishment. There will be people who will truly labor and truly wrestle with God in the secret place, simply to hear Him speak. And when these people rise up, God is going to bring forth a prophetic call that will resound with more force and more power than anything we have ever seen in the history of mankind. Young men and women who have truly given God time to speak and who have established the priority of His words over their own. They will speak to dry bones and see them live. They will prophesy to the four winds. They will let themselves die, and they will take up the cross of Jesus Christ. They will bring about a new awakening that will shake the established order of this world to its core. Beloved, this is the dream of God. This is the dream of God.